This is quick tip number 4, and this one is talking about working with matte finish. Now, there's many different textures that you can get with matte finish. One of the textures I like is that you can get this really cool kind of dappling effect with the matte finish. Now, how you get that is that you take some matte finish like this, and because winter is coming, you can leave it outside for maybe an hour or so. And once it starts to get cold, the mixture in there does not mix as well as it should. So a little bit of, I don't know what the mixtures are, but basically one of them does not mix well with the other. So there's more of one than the other, and when you spray it, it causes this really cool kind of dapply, kind of speckled effect that you can get on your model if you want that in some areas. Now, you don't always want to leave your matte finish outside, so if you plan on leaving your matte finish, have one that you will keep always as a cold can and one as a warm can, because if you keep changing the chemical compound of the matte finish, it will not be as nice and smooth, and it will dry out quicker, and it will bubble a lot quicker than what it normally should. So if you plan on using one can for dapples, leave that one inside, but then if you want to use the dapples, take it back outside, let it sit for about an hour or two if it's pretty cold. But if it's not quite cold yet, or usually, I don't remember what it was, normally about the same temperature as your fridge, so you can put this in your fridge for about a half an hour, just depending on how cold it is. But when you touch the can, it should be cold to touch, and that's what you want. But don't leave it in there for too long, because if it gets too cold, the chemicals will expand and it could explode. So make sure you take that in consideration when you're doing this, and be very careful about it. And you can take the can and spray it in some areas where you want the speckled effect, and then take your warm can, shake that up real good, and that can will be used for your regular finish, and it will not bubble or anything like that. So always keep your two cans separated so you know which one's which. But generally, that's what I do sometimes if I want to get a nice dappled effect on some of the layers. Now, the dapple effect will only work on like your light layer, and then when you put your dark layer on top, that's when you want to do the speckling effect, because that's when you'll get the dappled look. But you can only do it once. You can't do this dappled effect again, because it will not be in the same spot. So always make sure that you are you like your darkest layer when you put that on. Okay, so if you have any further questions about working with matte finish, let me know. I will be happy to try to figure out any questions that you may have. So thanks.